Dear students, welcome to Divya's Math Solutions. Today we are going to discuss Chapter 8, Comparing Quantities, Exercise 8.3. Question number 7. Maria invested rupees 8,000 in a business. She would be paid interest at 8% per annum compounded annually. Find amount credited against her name at the end of the second year. So, we need to find the amount at the end of second year. Second part is interest for the third year. So again we need to find the amount at the end of third year. Then we need to subtract that from the amount at the end of third year minus amount at the end of second year means what we will get interest for that 1 year we will get, right? So we can write the principal amount is 8,000 and rate of interest is 5%. This is per annum only. The first part is amount credited against her name at the end of the second year. So what is the term over here? Term is 2 year. Correct. The N is 2 year. So using this, what we need to find? Amount credited her name at the end of the second year. Amount at the end of second year equal to amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N, right? So that is equal to P is 8,000 into 1 plus rate is how much? 5. 5 by 100 power N. That here is 2, right? So that is equal to 8,000 into 100. 100 plus 5 is 105 by 100 square. That is equal to 8,000 into 105 by 100 into 105 by 100 we can write 0 0. Here also 1 0 will cancel. Then 8 into 105 into 105 divided by 10 means you will get the answer as rupees 8,820. So this is the amount at the end of the second year. Correct. Next we need to find the interest for the third year. That is the second part. Interest for third year, right? So in order to find the interest for third year means what we need to find? We need to find the amount at the end of third year first, right? So amount at the end of third year. Amount at the end of third year is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 power N we can write. That is amount at the end of third year is equal to principal. Principal is 8,000 into 1 plus rate. Rate is how much? 5. 5 by 100 raised to N. Here N is 3 because at the end of third year, right? So the value of N here we are taking it as 3 only. So this is equal to 8,000 into 105 by 100 power 3. That means 3 times we need to multiply. 105 into 100, 105 by 100. So here 0, here also cancel. So this much answer we already know, right? 8,820 into 105 divided by 100. So this is equal to rupees 9,261. This is the amount at the end of third year. So what need to find? Interest for the third year, right? So interest, therefore interest for third year equal to, that means this one, this is the amount at the end of second year, correct? So this amount is amount plus the next year interest is added means what we will get? We will get the amount at the end of third year. That means what is added over here? Interest is adding every year, right? So the amount at the end of third year minus amount at the end of second year we are subtracting means what we will get? We will get the interest for that 1 year gap we will get, right? That is equal to rupees 9,261 minus 8,820. So this is equal to rupees 441 is the interest for third year we can write. Otherwise, or the second one we can do like this also. This is the amount at the end of second year, right? So next year interest we can find out. That is, let me write interest for third year is equal to interest for third year. How we can calculate? A simple interest formula, that is PRT by 100. In that case, the principal become, but not the 8,000. What is the principal? The amount at the end of second year, that is depositing as a new principal, right? So here the principal is equal to 8,820. That is a specialty for the compound interest. Every end of every year we are adding that interest to the principal value, so that amount is depositing on the next year. So like that, interest for third year we are calculating means what will happen? The amount at the end of second year we are depositing as the principal value, and rate is same only. How much is the rate? Rate is 5% and term is 1 only. That means we are calculating only for the third year. Till the second year we have the we did the calculation, we are calculating only for the third year, right? That is equal to P is 8,820 into rate is 5 and term is 1 by 100. So that is equal to 0, 0. This one 5 2s are, here we are simplifying means 4 4 1. So rupees 441. So here we will get the interest for third year. So like this also we can find, or like this we need to find. After that we can subtract also. I think this is easy, but we should understand the concept. So at the end of second year, whatever money we have, amount we have, that is a new principal for the third year, correct? That money is depositing. For that money only we are getting interest for that 1 year. So like that we need to take means, like this also we can find the interest for third year. Question number 8. Find the amount and the compound interest. So what we need to find? We need to find amount and compound interest on rupees 10,000. So principal is rupees 10,000 for 1.5 years. So N is 1.5 years at a 10% per annum. Rate is 10% per annum. Compounded half yearly. Here it is calculating half yearly basis only. The interest is calculating half yearly. That means what we need to take? We need to take the interest as half only, right? So half yearly means rate we need to take half. That means 10 by 2 equal to 5% interest only we are able to take, because here it is calculating compounded half yearly it is mentioning. So what is the term also? This is half year means 1 year means 2 half years are there. Then this half year means how many times interest is calculating? 3 times interest is calculating, correct? 3 times. Half yearly means in 1 year 2 half year is there. Then this half year, that means total 3 times we are they are calculating the interest. So N we need to take it as 3 and the rate we need to take it as 5% also, because it is calculating compounded half yearly. Would this interest more than the interest he would get if it is compounded annually? Oh, okay. In that case means what we need to find? First we need to find half yearly basis amount and compound interest we need to find. Then we need to find annually basis we need to find the compound interest. Then we need to check which one is more. Okay. So first anyway we can find the this one amount we can find. Amount calculating half yearly only, right? So amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. That is equal to P is 10,000 into 1 plus rate we need to take 5%, because here we are taking calculating half yearly. Here we are doing the calculation half yearly, so we need to take R as 5. 5 by 100 power N. N is how many times it is interest is calculating? 3 times. So that is equal to 10,000 into 100 into 1 is 100. 100 plus 5 is 105 by 100 3 times. That means 105 by 100 into 105 by 100 we can write. 20. Here also 20 cancel. So remaining is 105 cube. Divided by 100 means we will get it as rupees 11,576.5 25. This is the amount. This is the one part of the question, correct? Amount we are calculating half yearly means what is the amount? Amount is 11,576.25 is the amount at the end of the 1.5 year. Next we need to find the compound interest, right? Compound interest means how we can find out compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. That means 11,576.25 minus principal amount is 10,000. So what we will get? We will get rupees 11,500. Sorry, subtracting means we will get 1,576.25. So this is a difference. So compound interest, if you are calculating half yearly means what is the compound interest? Rupees 1,576.25 is the compound interest. So then we can go for the next part. So what is it? This is the main two parts. We are calculating half yearly basis. Next we need to check which interest is more. If it is calculating annually, next we are checking compounded annually. Compounded annually means we are going to find would this interest be more than the interest he would get if it is compound annually. That means this is a half yearly basis compound interest. So next we are going to find compound interest for yearly basis. In that case, in both cases, which interest is more he will get only we are going to compare it. Okay. So here the same only, principal is 10,000 and rate is 10% because it is calculating annually means there is no change in the rate, but the term is 1.5 year, right? 1.5 year means how we need to take 1 year we need to find using amount formula. Then this half year we need to find using simple interest formula. This one amount formula and this one you find using. For 1 year we need to find using amount formula. Then once you get the amount means compound interest, how we can find amount minus principal. Then next half year we need to find using simple interest formula. Okay, so this one we can find out. So this amount for amount after 1 year, amount after 1 year calculating annually is equal to same equation, P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N, right? That is equal to P is 10,000 into 1 plus rate is 10. 10 by 100 raised to N is 1, correct? That is equal to here 0 cancel. So 10,000, 10 into 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 by 10. Power 1 means no need to write, correct? 0 cancel. So what we will get? 11,000. 11,000 is the interest for rupees. 11,000 is the amount at the end of 1 year. At the end of first year, right? So what we need to find? We need to find the interest for half year, right? So interest for half year is equal to, we use PRT by 100 formula. In this case, what will happen here? This at the end of 1 year, what is the amount? That will be the new principal, right? So principal value is 11,000 and rate is same. Rate is how much? 10% and term is half year, right? So this is equal to 11,000 into rate is 10 into term is half, that means 1 by 2 into 100. 0 cancel. So what we will get? This is 5, that means 550, correct? 550 rupees. 550 is the interest for half year. So what we need to find? We need to next we need to find the compound interest, right? So total amount at the end of 1.5 year is equal to this plus this, right? It means 11,000 plus 550. 11,000 plus 550 means how much it will come? 11,550. So this is the total amount. Why we are finding this one? If we know the total amount only, we can find the compound interest, right? Therefore, compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. That means 11,550 minus principal value is 10,000. Correct. So when you subtracting, what we will get? 1,550 is the which one? Compound interest we will get as the 1550. Here what is the compound interest? If it is calculating half yearly means compound interest is 1576. Here the compound interest is 1550. Correct. So interest rate is more only. Correct. So what we can write? Yes. Interest rate. This one. Calculating half yearly is more than interest calculating yearly. We can write answer. Question number 9. Find the amount which Ram will get on rupees 4096. So what is that one? That is the principal value 4096. If we gave it for 18 months. So the term N is 18 months and the rate is 12 1/2 percentage per annum, interest being compounded half yearly. So the interest is compounding half yearly only, right? So this 18 months also we need to convert. 18 months means half yearly means how many is there? This is half yearly means how much? 6 months. That means 18 by 6. How many times it is calculating? 3 times it is calculating, correct? 18 means 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18. That means in 18 months, 3 half year or 3 6 months are there, right? So the n value we need to keep it as 3 and this one rate is also we need to take half because it is calculating half yearly. This mixed fraction we can convert means 24, 12 into 2 is 24, 24 plus 1 is 25 by 2 is the percentage. So half year interest rate means what? 25 by 2 by 2, right? That means 25 by 4 percentage we need to take. So now we can find the amount. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. So principal is 4096 into 1 plus rate is 25 by 4 into 100 raised to N. N is 3 only, right? Here 25 4s are 100. So this is equal to 4096 into 4 into 4 is 60. Let me write 1 plus 1 by 16 power 3. That is equal to 4096 into 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. 17 by 16 into 17 by 16 into 17 by 16. So here if you want we can do without simplification also. 4 into 100 is 400. 400 plus 25 is 425 by 400. 425 400. 425 by 400 also we can write. Anyway we can find out the answer. That means 4096 into 17 cube by 16 cube. So that is equal to 4913. That means rupees 4913. So this is the amount he will get at the end of 18 months. Answer. Next question number 10. The population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003 at the rate of 5% per annum. Find the population in 2001. So it is increased to 54,000 in 2003, right? So here it is increasing from where? 2001 to 2003 the increment is happened, right? So the population is increased to now the recent population, that means population at this year. In the year 2003, what is the population? 54,000 is the population, right? That means if you are comparing with this compounders means what? This is the amount. Like that amount only we are taking, right? Population, now the recent population means what? A 2003 we can write. So like this is looks like an amount only, right? The population is increasing every year. Suppose in 2001, take one example. 2001 the population was 100. Then 2002 the population is increased to 10. That means what is the new population? 100 plus 10 is 110, right? So like that in 2003 it is mentioning it is increased to 54,000. Population is increased to 54,000. So what is the meaning? That is the amount only, right? That means increased population. The population is increasing from 2001 to 2003. So each year whatever increment is happening, that is added, right? So this population at the in the year 2003 means that is same as what? Amount only. That means we can write as A 2003. That is 54,000 at the rate of 5% per annum. So the increment rate is how much? 5%. So every year in 2001 the population was 100 means that is increased 5%. That means 100 into 5 by 100 means how much is increasing? 5. So what is the new population? 100 plus 5 is 105. So next year in the 105 into 5 by 100 we need to find out, correct? That means the increment rate is 5%. Every year 5% increment is happening. In 2001 the population is increasing 5% means what is the population? 2002, 2001 population plus that increment, correct? So like that the rate we can take it as 5%. We need to find the population in 2001. We need to find what we need to find? We need to find the population in 2001. So 2001 means we can take it as A 2001 we need to find out, correct? Not A. The population in 2001 means that is not A. Why? Because it is starting from 2001. That means there is no interest, correct? This is the actual value only. From 2001 only the increment is happening. So this one we can take it as P 2001, correct? It's clear only, right? The population is increasing from 2001 to 2003, that is given in the question. So every year the increment rate is 5%. Okay, so this is like a compound interest formula only. What is the specialty of compound interest? Every year we are adding that increment amount to the principal value. So the new amount will be taking as the new principal for the next year, right? Beginning of the next year. So like that it is happening. So the beginning of the year means there is no interest, right? There is what is the actual value that we can take it as principal only. So but in 2003 means we are adding that increment rate. So that become the amount, correct? So what we need to find out? P we need to find out. So we know the equation A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. So it's the same equation here also we can apply. So instead of A what I can write? A 2003 is equal to P 2001 into 1 plus rate. Rate is 5 by 100. Then the N value. N value means how we can find out? The N value 2001 to 2003. So how many years? 2000 to 2003. 2 years is there, right? So the N value is 2. Between 2003 and 2001, how many years are there? 2003 minus 2001 means 2 years are there. So we need to take the N value as same as 2 years. Okay, here we can substitute the value. That means 54,000 is equal to P 2001. That only we are going to find out into this one 100 plus 5. 105 by 100 into 105 by 100. 2 times. Power means 2 times we need to multiply, right? So this one we are going to find out. So therefore P 2001 is equal to what is in the denominator? That will go to the numerator, right? 54,000 into 100 into 100 by, that means if you are shifting to opposite, that means multiplication become division, division become multiplication, right? Divide by 105 into 105. So after simplification what we will get? 54,000 into 10000. 54,000 into 100 into 100 divided by 105 divided by 105. So that is equal to 48,979.59. So this is the population, right? So here approximate value, how much I can write? This is a population. So approximately I can write as 48,980. This is more only, right? 48,980 is the approximate population at the end in the year 2001. That is the beginning population. 48,980 was the population in the beginning of the year 2001. That only increased to how much? 54,000. Okay, next is second part. Second part means what would be its population in 2005? In 2005, what would be the population? That only we are going to find out. Okay, so here what we need to do, we need to find the population in 2005. 2005, that means what, that is the amount only, right? That means a 2005 we need to find out. In this case, if you are taking from 2001 means what we need to take, we take p as this value. Okay, but here we are taking approximate value. That means no need to go for this one because some error will happen. That means because we are taking approximate value means some change in the number will happen. So what we need to do means, what is given the question, 2003 population is given, right? So that in this one compound interest case, what we will do, if we are calculating for the interest for next year means what, the last year amount we will take it as a new principal, right? In the same way this one we can take it as principal. So this the A203 we can take it as a new principal. So principal here I am taking it as 54,000. So what is the year? 2003. So how much is the value of n? 2003 to 2005, that means 4, 5. So how we can take n value is 2 only, right? So what we are going to find, what would be the population 2005 only, right? So we can find the population 2005. That means same formula, A 2005 is equal to P 2003 into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n. So P 2003 is 54,000 into 1 plus rate is how much? 5. 5 by 100 raised to n. This is clear only, right? Here we are going to find the population in 2005 year. So that means the increment is also adding, correct? So this is like a what? This is like a compound interest only, right? So if you are taking this 2001 means 2001 to 5 means what? We can take n value as 4. But in that case, why I am not taking means, why the 4 means we need to do more calculation. One thing, we need to do more calculation. Second thing, here we are taking approximate value. That means some changes in the answer will happen. So there is no mistake, but we need to do more calculation. That is the main thing. Then second thing means approximate value only we are taking. So because of that also some mistake can happen. So in order to avoid that one, whatever given the question, that is A 2003 is given. So whatever you do, if you are calculating compound interest means what will happen? At the end of third year, whatever is the amount, that is a new principal for the year 2004. Next year, right? The same way, the 2003 year principal amount we are taking it as a new principal for 2004, right? So this is for 2004. The P 2004, not 2003. The principal value, the principal we are taking it as at the end of the year 2003, this much of population. So that would be the new principal for the year 2004. Correct, 54,000. Using that only here we are finding. So that is equal to 54,000 into 100 plus 5 is 105 by 100 into 105 by 100. 0, 0, 1, 0 cancel. So after simplification, 54 into 105 into 105 by 10. That means 59,535. 59,535. And the population in 2005 would be, we can write answer. Question number 11. In a laboratory, the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate of 2.5% per hour. So rate is 2.5%. Find the bacteria at the end of 2 hours if the count was initially 5,06,000. Okay. So initially means what? That is the p value only, right? P value is 5,06,000. So this one, find the bacteria at the end of 2 hours. So the end of 2 hours we can take it as time. That means n value we can take it as 2 also. Per hour only it is calculating. 2 hour means the whole number. 1 hour only, right? So this, whenever you get the question, you need to think this is like a compound interest formula. So in the laboratory we need to find at the end of 2 years. That means what we need to find out? We need to find the amount, right? That is amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n formula we need to use. So this at the beginning means that at the beginning the bacteria number we can take it as a principal. The rate, the incrementing rate is 2.5%. At the end of 2 years we need to find out, that is the time frame. So n we can take it as 2 also. Directly we can substitute the values over here. 5,06,000 into 1 plus rate is 2.5. 2.5 by 100 power 2. So this is equal to 5,06,000 into 1 plus, here we can avoid the point. What we need to do? We need to multiply with 110 to the point, not avoid the point. After the point, one digit means what we need to do? We need to multiply with 110. If you are multiplying with that same number, we need to divide all. Then only the equation become balanced. So 2.5 into 10 become what? 25 divided by 1000. Correct? Power 2. So this is equal to 5,06,000 into 1000 plus 25 is 1000. 25 by 1000 into 1000, 25 by 1000. Here we if you want, we can simplify. 25 4 that means 40 will get. Like that also we can do. Here I think that will be easy only. Let me do like that. Here otherwise we need to multiply the bigger number 1025 into 1025. In that case, 25 4s are 100. So 40. That means 5,06,000 into 1 plus 1 by 40 power 2. So 5,06,000 into 40 into 140 plus 141 by 40. 41 by 40, how many times we need to multiply? 2 times. 41 by 40. See the difference. Here we need to multiply the bigger number. Here it becomes small only. That's why I simplified. So based on the simplification, we can, if you want, we can simplify or we can directly also write. So this is equal to 5060 into 41 into 41 divided by 16. 4 into 4 is 16. So this is equal to 5,31,616.25. So the bacteria count means what we can take? We can take the whole number. That means 5,31,616 bacteria approximately we can write. Approximately this much of bacteria are there after. So we need to write hence the number of bacteria after 2 hours is equal to 5,31,616. We can write answer. Question number 12. A scooter was bought at 42,000. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8%. Depreciated, that means decreased, at the rate of 5% per annum. Find its value after 1 year. So the scooter bought, that means what is the initial price? That is the principal value we can take. That is 42,000. After that, what happened? The value of the scooter is decreased, depreciated. So in that case, what we need to take means just keep it as negative. So the rate is 8%. We can keep it as 1 minus because this is showing the depreciation. Minus 8 we need to take. The rate is minus 8% and n. After 1 year means what is the value of n? 1 only. What we need to find? Value after 1 year. Therefore, value of the scooter after 1 year. Value of the scooter after 1 year means what? Amount. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n we can write. So that is equal to 42,000 into 1 plus rate is minus 8. Minus 8 by 100 raised to n is 1. That is equal to 42,000 into 1 minus 8 by 100 we can write. Correct. Power 1. That is equal to 42,000 into 100 minus 8 is how much? 92. 92 by 100. So this 0 cancel. 420 into 92. 420 into 92. That is equal to 38,640 cost. That means rupees. So the value of the scooter after 1 year is equal to 38,640. This is less than this the actual value, right? The scooter bought at 42,000. Now the value is 38. Why? Because the depreciation happened, right? So value of the scooter after 1 year is this much we can write. Answer.